guys, this is Jake from State Fun. Welcome back to the Vintage Camper Remodel. So if you haven't seen our videos from before, go ahead and check those out down in the description below. We've stripped this thing down, installed an air conditioning, sealed the outside, and now we're gonna work on making it look good again. So we've got some SHIPLAP panel boards, stick up on the sides, got some roof material. Emily's gonna start working on sanding the rim of the windows and painting them up nice and pretty. We're gonna go with a black color, which will be a nice offset from the white SHIPLAP. We're gonna be painting the cabinets and wiring some electrical outlets and lights so that we're a little bit more modern. We got a lot of stuff coming at you in this video. Let's get started. So I've already got the breaker for this wiring off, and I need to run a wire from there over to a light switch that's going to be right here by the door, and then I'm going to run a 3-wire up, over, and close to the bed for the other half of the 3-wire switch. So this is the cable that will power our lights. We're gonna have one right over here and one right over here. They're little surface mount LEDs. We'll drill a hole, drop the electrical wire down through it, and then mount these to the ceiling tile. It's time to run the electrical for the bedside outlets. We'll pull power off of there, bring it over to an electrical outlet for the bed on both sides. I've learned a fair bit about how to tape up a window between that one and that one. So I'm just taking the blue tape and doubling it over. I get double-sided essentially. Sticking it to the windowsill and then sticking my paper to the inside. Let's get some panel board up. Just got done measuring this out, this panel here. I took my measurements and I wrote them down on this piece of paper. We're gonna take this piece of paper and cut out the board correctly. At least I hope it's gonna be correct. That looks pretty clean and straight to me. On this cut, my clamp isn't long enough to go the full length of this, but I've got an offset piece for my circular saw. So I can set it up against that, it clamps into my circular saw, and then it keeps me nice and straight. measured it to be tight. It's tight. In classic Chip and Joanna style, we're going with some shiplap. Now this isn't the typical shiplap that you put up with board by board. This is shiplap paneling that we got from Home Depot. It's a lot lighter and a lot cheaper. So it'd be perfect for what we're doing with it. Let's see, there's my template. Yeah, it looks about right. Whew. I wasn't expecting it to come out like that. So this is the liquid nails. We're gonna use it to attach the shiplap to the existing panel board. And we'll also be using this to attach it to the studs in other areas. Decided to put a couple brad nails in along the edges to keep it pressed up against the liquid nails while the liquid nails dries. I don't think we'll need it all over the center and everything, just around the outside will be good. Got this board cut out and let's see how it fits. Alright, now we'll let this dry. Oh, wait. So for the shiplap to even look good, you gotta make those creases line up. So I had to cut a little bit off of this bottom to make it line up perfectly with how much of a board was there. And then measure up to the top, cut that off. Measured the bottom length and then the angle and then the circular, cut it all out and pray that it fits. Luckily it seems to. Now I just got to see if I can put a hole in the board where the window is supposed to go. Trying to plan out the light switch and the electrical outlet, so I kind of measured how far away from the window or from the end of this piece that I need to be. And that's the side of where I can do a cutout for the electrical outlet. And then based off of putting the electrical outlet cover on and putting the light switch cover on, all right, there looks pretty good. Mark the center of that. And I'm about to draw out a cutout for the switch. Trimmed as needed once we get installed. We're going to end up putting caulking right along through there to make the seam look a lot better. Plus it'll be a fairly small seam by the time you get the window trim on and the trim board that goes against this. So we picked that spot for a specific reason. We got some very thin board that we're going to use for the ceiling. We've got to make a pretty generous curve here. So I went ahead and wet the board down a little bit. Hopefully that gives it all of that extra bendy capabilities. Guess we'll see. Plan is I'm going to kind of stick it up in line with where it should be up front. We'll nail it into these boards and then we'll press on it to bend it into this form here. Hopefully we don't have to trim anything off back there, but I guess we'll find out. This is a support post. We're actually going to use it to support the AC when we're driving down the road so it doesn't bounce. But it's proving very useful for molding this where I need it to be. You can see our stud line here. So I've got a stud that runs along there, and I need this to kind of mold like we've got it now. So it's proving very useful for that function. You know, we've got a lot of problems with water damage before, so I figured I'd go ahead and beat it to the punch and water my board down. The real reason I'm doing this is has got to make a pretty significant bend, and the first attempt I made, I broke the board. So I'm hoping that watering it down will soften it up so it's a little bit more flexible. And then obviously it'll dry and be okay. We've already sealed everything else. Link to that video down in the description, by the way. So we shouldn't have any more water getting in. We'll let it sit and soak for a little bit, and it seems to be pretty bendy. So we'll see how well it works when we put it in there. Panel boards are up all the way around. A little bit of painting's been done on the cabinets. We got a pretty good rough in going on. Now we can get some electrical done throughout the camper, and then we'll move on to some trim later on. Trim will probably actually be in a final build video, so make sure you subscribe so you get to see that soon. Alright, so I've got an electrical outlet here and a light switch here. So this is actually a three-way switch. We're gonna have one here and one by the door so we can turn the lights on or off from either location. And the electrical socket is just a plain Jane electrical socket. Not a whole lot to it. It's a little bit crooked. Electrical socket in. Alrighty. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Alright, we're moving again over here to this electrical outlet. You may be saying, hey Jake, that wire coming from your feed only has two wires, doesn't have a ground. Astute observation. So the ground wire that I hooked up on that side for the electrical outlets really isn't doing anything. But if I ever replace this wire with one that does have a ground wire, then it's already wired up and it'll be good to go. Majority of the stuff that we're plugging into these outlets doesn't even have a ground prong on it, so it's really not a big deal. There it is. One more switch to go and we'll be done. Alrighty, so we're gonna run our black from the power line to the black pole here, red from our 3-wire, one beside it, black from our 3-wire, one below it, and cap them up. Alright. I guess now that that's wired in, we can wire up the lights. So these little lights here, cover comes off, and there's 2 screws that'll hold it up to the ceiling. We need to wire in power, neutral, and ground first, stick it up into the hole, and then zap those screws in. Man, that looks nice. one. You ready? Ooh, nice work. On, up. I'm gonna switch this one. On, off, on, off, on. Well, guys, that's the end of the rough end. And have to say, I'm pretty excited. That's been a success. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Y'all have a good one.